Today we are making a ginger peach mocktail. So to start, we need 2 ripe peaches and we're going to blend those. Peaches aren't ripe right now when I'm recording this, so I took a 15-ounce can of peaches in 100% juice. I drained the juice and I just blended these. I used my immersion blender. You can use your blender. Blend them smooth, and then get yourself out a small pitcher. I'm using my glass measuring cup. Get yourself out a small pitcher. I'm using my 2-cup glass liquid measuring cup. This is where we're going to mix all of our ingredients. So next thing we need is a small fine mesh strainer, and we are going to pour your peach puree through the strainer. This may take a little bit of work, but we want to just have a really smooth peach puree so that we don't have a gritty mocktail. This may take a few minutes. If you have a larger mesh strainer, I would recommend using that. This little one is all I have though, so we're making do with what we have. All right, once we have our pressed peach puree, we're going to add 1 cup of ginger ale. I'm using ginger beer today. You can use either, whichever you prefer. If this is going to be too sweet, you can either replace ginger beer with club soda or sparkling water. That will negate the ginger part of this ginger peach mocktail, or you could put a little bit of peeled ginger in when you blend your peaches. I would say just a little bit, because fresh ginger is really potent. But you could do that. I've never tried it. It's a suggestion if you're someone who just doesn't want something that's super sweet. But let's go in with our 1 cup of ginger beer. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of honey. Again, you could leave the honey out if you don't want this super sweet. Maybe that's your fix. Leave the honey out, use ginger beer or ginger ale. And then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of fresh lemon juice. Give that all a stir to make sure your honey and your lemon juice are mixed in. And what may help is adding the honey to the strained peach puree first before you add the ginger beer or the ginger ale, because making honey cold makes it harder to mix in, but I can feel that it's getting mixed in. So just a tip so that you aren't just stirring and stirring, struggling to get your honey mixed in. So once everything is mixed together, get yourself out a cocktail glass of choice. Get yourself out some ice. And go ahead and pour your mocktail over the ice. I would say this serves 2 to 4 or 1 really big mocktail. I'm gonna give it another stir just to chill it. And I like to stir until I can feel the condensation coming up the side of the glass, at least until it reaches about the top line of your liquid. That's when you know that your beverage is ice cold. Go ahead and garnish your beverage if you would like. Be a little bit of mint. I'm a big fan of the mint. It just works for mocktails. Let's go ahead and give it a taste test. That's yummy. I thought the honey might make it a little too sweet, and that might be personal preference all the way around. One final thing I might do is get your mesh strainer out one last time when you are decanting your mocktail from its pitcher or whatever you mixed it together in into your serving glass, just because there is a little bit of peach pulp that you're getting in there. If you don't mind it, shouldn't be a problem. But if you want something really smooth, I would pour your mocktail through the strainer when you're serving it. Your color may vary based on if you're blending your peaches with the flesh still on, with the skin still on. Again, canned peaches are a great option if your peaches are not in season. You can change up if you want a little more lemon juice, if you want a little more honey, if you're using fresh peaches and they're just not very sweet. Give this a try, let me know what you think. Be sure to subscribe for more mocktail recipes, and if you missed last week's mocktail, go ahead, click here on screen, and I'll see you guys there.